Hey everybody, it's Rod from Advantage Firearms Training here. Today we have a special guest in the studio with us. It is the Israeli Weapon Industries Tavor, or as it's supposed to be called Tavor, but here in Canada we kind of call them Tavors. But a fantastic gun. This firearm was lent to us graciously by our friend Claude, a true gun nut. He's given us this gun to evaluate. I've got some range footage for you on this episode, and we're going to do a quick review of this rifle. First of all, the first thing I'm going to say is, yes, this firearm is made in Israel. If that provokes some people to have a political view, once again, as you know, our videos are for beginners. This is not a political channel, so if you have any comments, political comments, feel free to go to another video and comment on that. This is just purely about the firearm. So if I do get any comments on the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, I'm going to delete them immediately and block the user. Okay, guys, so we got to kind of keep it clean for this. We're just going to evaluate the firearm itself. So what's interesting about the Tavor? The Tavor is an incredible little rifle. I did have an opportunity to shoot it. I don't have an extensive amount of experience, but the first thing right off the bat I want to tell you about it, it is non-restricted in Canada. Non-restricted is a big deal for us. The reason why is restricted firearms can only be used on an approved shooting range, which of course those are disappearing and are getting harder and harder to find ranges where you can rapid fire and really have some fun with a firearm, which is just a terrible thing. But non-restricted means we can take this out to the forest, and up here in southwestern British Columbia, we've got a lot of area out in the forest that we can shoot this. So a quick tour of the rifle is this firearm is truly ambidextrous. On other firearms, we say they're ambidextrous because we can change the safety to one side or the other, or the mag release can be operated from both sides. Truly ambidextrous. So I'm going to show you why. Right here we have the ejection port. In what would normally be the stock of the firearm, we have the ejection port. On the other side of the rifle is a cover. You can remove that and put it on the other side, and it's going to eject to the left. So left-handed shooters, we say an AR is ambidextrous. No matter what controls you change over to the left-hand side, the cartridges, spent cartridges, are still going to go across their faces. They end up looking like football players with the thing under their eye after a lot of shooting. So truly ambidextrous as far as the ejection port. This is the magazine release right here. This button, that is truly ambidextrous because it's in the center of the firearm itself. So the safety can be put on either side, and most importantly, the charging handle right here. Basically, on this side of the rifle, you have a tactical rail which can come off. This little guy goes on this side. Tactical rail replaces the opening on the left-hand side of the firearm, and you can charge it from the opposite side. So truly an ambidextrous rifle. Weight-wise, it's not light. It's not really light. It's probably a little bit heavier than an AR of a comparable kit, but it's not overly heavy or anything like that. But no real weight advantage. The ergonomics are very interesting. They're very different, and as you'll see in the video, we're going to show that in about 45 seconds. But in the video, it's a completely different experience. Mag changes are done back here. Charging handles up here, almost like an MP5. The bolt release, that's something I didn't show you. That's very interesting. Hopefully Claude won't get angry at me for closing his bolt with nothing in it, but we'll do it just this one time. It's over here. So the bolt release is in a very strange spot, but after about 4 magazines, I was actually getting used to the bullpup configuration. It's the first bullpup I've ever fired in my life. When you do the mag change, you actually simply just whack your hand underneath the stock and the bolt closes. So really interesting rifle. At the end of the day, reliability, so I'm told the reliability is excellent. This rifle was designed specifically to operate in sandy, dusty areas and around areas with a lot of moisture also. So as far as I know, not the expert on it, but our friend Claude tells me that it is a 10 out of 10 for reliability. And you guys have probably seen enough of my videos to know reliability is the #1 attribute that I look for in a firearm, because by virtue of the tool that it is, the most important thing that it can do is discharge when you pull the trigger. I have handled this rifle a little bit in the house, unloaded and proven safe, of course, but just kind of did some exercises with it, and you know, I'm kind of getting used to that bullpup configuration. Kind of neat. So as far as the last bottom line on the Tavor is, this is a very expensive rifle. I think a real question that a lot of people are asking is, should I buy one? Should I buck up the $3,000? That's a lot of money. I think that, you know, a gun is a gun is a gun. I have, you know, the utmost respect for this guy right here, the AR. The AR has been around forever. I'm not going to do a big comparison with the Tavor versus the AR, but the AR is a very reliable firearm. You keep it clean and you take good care of it, and it's very reliable and very ergonomic, and I have no problem with the AR. Here's the thing. I can buy 4 of these for the price of this, if it's a Norinco AR like the one I've got. 4 of them. So I don't know if I'd be better off buying 2 great ARs for the price of a Tavor. I think I'd be just as equally well off. For Canadians, though, guys, the fact that this is non-restricted, and it's really cool looking. I don't think you're going to get any cooler or any more aggressive looking at a non-restricted firearm than this. That does speak volumes as well. One thing I would say about the Tavor, in combination to it being non-restricted, sometimes we have Canadians and they are buying these more expensive rifles because they're non-restricted, and that for that reason only. Because they want to shoot them in the bush, and why shouldn't you be able to shoot a firearm in the bush? Not bothering anybody. But in any case, guys are spending some big money on rifles because they're non-restricted. A good example of that is the XCR. XCR is really, really expensive for the rifle that you're getting. I beat up on XCRs a little bit. Probably continue to do so. I've seen some pretty significant failures for a brand new rifle. There's some others that you can get out there. SIG 550. Again, very expensive. The SIG 550 is extremely reliable. That's a nice rifle, very accurate as well. So you have some choices, but as I said, I'm recommending the Tavor for looks and for the fact that it's non-restricted, and it is really nice to shoot. So we're going to have a look at some of the range footage. Again, that's the first time I've ever handled a bullpup, so we're going to put on some interesting footage of me dropping the magazine right out of the bottom of this thing, just because I'm fumbling around with it. So. Oh, okay. Fair enough. All right. Armed and dangerous.
Yeah, baby.
Release the hostages. Oh shit. Time out. So now, am I going to use my left hand or my right hand? My left.
You can use your support hand. Yeah. There you go, and you're good to go.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Very different.
It is.
That's super nice.
Yeah, very much so.
So that's it for our review of the Tavor, also known as the TAR-21 by Israeli Weapon Industries. Really cool rifle, shoots great, muzzle rise is almost non-existent, and it's a man on the street type review. I'm not telling you about twists, I'm not telling you about specifications, but I am telling you that if you are going to spend that kind of money on a rifle, and because you want something that's real fun, really cool to shoot out in the bush, it's non-restricted, definitely the Tavor, you can't go wrong with it. Anyway, if you got comments, please leave them below, and really appreciate you watching our videos and the response that we've been getting. Fantastic. You can find us on the web at www.civiladvantage.com, and feel free to drop us a line. Take care.